Well, everybody, it's like I told you, putting that chrome shiny stuff on, more horsepower. Welcome back to Wrenching with Grandpa. This is kind of a short one this evening. It's a beautiful evening, and I'm just trying to chill out and recuperate from this week's life experiences. I appreciate everyone who's reached out, my friends and family, to, you know, yeah. So anyway, she still runs, and we got some stuff going on. So let's take a quick look. Okay, as you saw, we finished up getting the nice new shiny parts put on the engine, and this is her first start. And you know, she's just kind of almost at operating temperature. So I wanted to run it just long enough to kind of get everything warmed up, heated up, to finish seating everything in. But at this point, we're not getting any kind of leakage or anything like that. I mean, gosh, you all heard her. I mean, gosh, she sounds so strong. I want to do a compression test on it, but you know what? I don't want to jinx it because honestly, she doesn't sound like she needs a compression test, honestly. I'm talking to some folks on one of my groups about acquiring a 4-barrel intake. Please, Jesus, I'm out of money. I just want to try to do what's best for her. But that's going on. But the ongoing saga of our brake and suspension systems. Okay, I've recognized that my upper A-frame, upper ball joint is toast, both sides. I've also recognized that the bushings are probably toast as well, from what I can tell. Now, the lower control ball joints have been replaced, and they are okay. Thank you. Those things are expensive. One of the things that I said in this process that, well, while we're doing this, we got to do the shocks. Well, Grandpa threw out the credit card, and we got new KYB gas shocks, front and back, coming. They'll be here probably the latter part of next week. So, inspecting everything else seems to be recently, and I say recently because this car's been parked for so many years, but there are a lot of new parts up in here. The ones that I'm keen on right now with the bushings, the ball joints, and the shocks are the major issues. Most of the other things, tie rods, idler arms, all that, thank you, previous owners. So that's where we're going there. Of course, I've still got to get this axle pulled out of the back so I can get the studs replaced with righties. So we got everybody on board with the same boat. And, isn't she pretty? When I can, when I'm not into doing, really hard labor stuff, and right now recuperating. I don't know if you can see that. When you get old and they start sticking all kinds of needles and stuff in you, it kind of messes things up. Plus they shave the hair off your wrist, it's just crazy. Anyway, as we go, I will continue to try to, do some color correction on this paint because this paint has so much potential, especially once we get all of the chrome reconditioned and I get with my paint guy as to what we're going to end up doing with the final on this, giving it some couple of thoughts. Feel free to comment. get it all cleaned up. Like I said, this is a single stage acrylic enamel. Great paint. Worked for many decades. But get it all smoothed out, cleaned up, buffed up, and put a sparkle clear coat on it, or go with just a ceramic coating. I'm leaning towards ceramic coating, but I'm open to suggestions. So we'll see where that goes. Anyway, anything else new in the pile? Well, let's see, Grandpa. Well, you got, fortunately, the parts I need to order for the front end, I will probably acquire through my most used online vendor, Parts Geeks. I do business with a lot of people, local and online, but Part Geeks gets me a great deal on a lot of stuff that I need. And their service and their delivery has always been undisputedly well done. So that being said, we've got the new KYB shocks coming in, front and back. With that, we'll also be looking at the leaf springs and all of this stuff going on back here. And of course, once all of this is done, I almost forgot. Right now, we're running sawed off old 2-inch exhaust system. The rest of it's somewhere out there. But I've laid it all back out because I kept it all. I didn't just chunk it in the landfill. Templates. Folks, when you're rebuilding old cars, if you've got something like right now, I've got all my old brake lines and stuff that I've cut out of this thing sitting over there. So when I start getting to a point where I can rebuild the lines, I got something to work off of to figure out what goes where and around there and back up there. And oh my God. They also serve as a way to give you an opportunity to improve. Instead of going back down through there, maybe we go that way or back that way. It's an experience. Anyway, so still doing all that. But, the exhaust system on this thing is going to be replaced. And right now I'm researching. Jerry's a expert welder. And so what I would like to find would be like a kit from Jags or somebody. I've spent quite a little bit of time in a couple of cold adult beverages perusing the sites that I usually use, which are usually the most popular for classic rebuilds and restorations. And I'm not finding a kit 2.5-inch specific that's either Flowmaster or Thrush or MagnaFlow that I can just plug and play on this car. Or even a universal kit that makes sense price-wise and material provided. So if you guys have got some suggestions, please let me know. Anyways, I'm done. I've got a cold adult beverage and a hound dog waiting for me and my beautiful wife. We both had to attend some memorial services for some dear friends this weekend. So it's kind of a somber weekend, but a joyful weekend that we had time with people in our lives that really, really were special. God love all of you. Hug everybody you love. Make sure people that you know how you really feel for them. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.